Hello everyone, my name is Jay. Today we're going to look at the Marvel Legends Sandman from No Way Home. Now, of course, this figure came out like, what, 2023 or something? No, because the movie came out 2022 or something, and then the figures came out very late, as I remember, I'm pretty sure. So maybe I did get the year right. But anyways, we're going to take a review at this figure. I have some good things and some bad things to say. But overall, I just want to get this out of the way and just, I don't know, it's probably going to be a short video as usual, but let's talk about Spider-Man No Way Home and Spider-Man 3. Now, I hate Spider-Man 3 with all my heart. I fucking hate it. I know there's some people that actually like it. I just hate it. Oh, don't get me started with that movie. And then No Way Home, I used to like it, but then when you rewatch it, it's so, hey, you remember this type movie? So that's how it feels with any multiverse movies or any superhero movies sometimes. But of course, they brought back a lot of actors from the original trilogy, from Andrew's movies, and of course, one of the characters were the Sandman, which I really liked the Sandman in Spider-Man 3. I thought he was easily the best part. I know there's so many funny memes on Spider-Man in the Spider-Man trilogy, but in Spider-Man 3, oh, the memes are funny, but it's not worth it just watching the memes. I just hate Spider-Man 3. But anyways, we're going to talk about this figure. So we're going to talk about his accessories first. But first, let's talk about his little fist, all right? So, of course, we're just going to take both of them and we're going to do some swapping, too. We're going to do some little swapping. So, of course, right off the bat, I need some good lighting right there. There we go. Sculpt-wise, they're not bad, but, like, paint-wise, I feel like they could have done a bit more. It feels like they just tapped some paint on that just to be like, yeah, let's get some finish on that. The feeling, it just feels rough. It kind of feels like sand, which, of course, he's the Sandman. So, yeah, these are just fists, nothing very important, nothing, of course, every figure needs fist. But what I'm saying is, like, there's way better accessories we have. Of course, we got his smaller hands before they turn into bigger hands. They're basically the same sculpt, but they're just bigger. So I will show you that. So, of course, I like these hands. I always like open hands. I never mind that, they look fine. I mean, sculpt-wise, they look good, but then paint-wise, I feel like they could have done better. I feel like that sand needed to be a bit darker, and then again, they're just with paint. Let's have some little paints on the hands so we could look like we added more details. Now, these are my favorite ones. Of course, his hands. Now, like I said, they're just his regular hands, but just bigger. I know in the promo, if you could buy this figure on Amazon or whatever, for some reason, he came with these hands on. I don't know why. When I got the figure, he came on with his fist, so, of course, looks the same. I like the big hand more because there's more details to it. Oh wait, this is the wrong hand I showed. Sorry. See, it looks the same. And this one also looks the same, just bigger. That's it. So, of course, with this hand, it's let's get the lighting right there. It's not badly sculpted. It's just the paint job. Like, see, look how they just put that little brown spot. I feel like they just put it right there so we could be like, oh yeah, guys. That's a lot of details. That's a lot of details. Go fuck yourself, really. You could have done better than that. Of course, you could see the little... Oh, fuck, what are those little... Like, we all have them. We all have those... I know they have a name, but I forgot. But you could see those little crease to the lines on the fingers, which I like. Like I said, the texture feels very rough, very sandy, very... Not the sandy character from SpongeBob, just the sand. Anyway, so... I mean, not bad. Of course, we would put those on. Ew. Dust. Disgusting. Even though I dust this off. Anyways, so, another one. Same thing with the paint job. I feel like they could have done way better than what they did. Of course, sculpting-wise, doesn't look bad. And there's two of these. So, one's left. This one's left. And how can you tell? Yeah, there we go. It shows it right there. I wanted to get that good angle with the light. It shows it right there. You can see, is that a... Oh yeah, that's a number 2 next to the L. So I hope you could see that. I really, really hope you could see that. Because this is the way you put it on, and then this is where you put the hand in. So just like that. It's nice, it's tight, doesn't fall off. It's nice, it's tight, it doesn't fall off. So that's good. So, of course, we're gonna just mess around with him. But first, well, not even first. Second, let's look at this head sculpt. I never took off his head this the first time, but the head sculpt. Ooh, it looks like the actor. What's his Thomas Haden Church? I think that's his name, Thomas Haden Church, right? Is that the actor's name, Thomas Haden Church? I could remember. He was easily the best part in Spider-Man 3. Of course, he doesn't really do a lot in Spider-Man No Way Home because since the movie was during COVID, he couldn't appear on set. So what they did was just make a CGI of his body. And they reused some shots in Spider-Man 3 where he gets cured. You could see there's like the part where his hands like slowly disappear in Spider-Man 3 where they fight in the sewer. They reused that shot and then they fixed it with him just being okay and normal. They used a lot of reshots, not even reshoots, but old materials from old movies. Basically, that's what they reused with the Sandman. I'm pretty sure they did the same with the Lizard as well. Even the Lizard, forgot the actor's name, but he didn't appear on set. These two actors. They were just in a voice booth, yeah, whatever. I was gonna say photo booth, but fuck off. It's just with this figure, I have a lot to say and a lot to not say. But of course, the head sculpt looks good. It looks nice. Again, with the paint, I just feel like they just added that. This is the color the Sandman is supposed to be, not this lights. He kind of looks like just Sandman from Spider-Man 3, but of course, it's supposed to be No Way Home. So, good likeness to him, even though he's just a sandy dude. If you look closely, you could see his eye holes, not his little eye holes, but you can see some pupils. It's just you can't really see it because how bad. Anyways, so the head sculpt is actually pretty good. Of course, before I continue, it's on a little ball joint or ball pick, whatever, you know. Anyways, snaps on very nice. So we're not going to use these fists. We're going to move him, continue moving him, and then we're going to switch on with the big hands. Because I like anytime I pose in, I use the big hands. Now, of course, with his hands, with the open palm hands, they don't look bad. They don't look bad. They look good. But the paint, the sculpt, the roughness, it looks like sand. I gotta say that. It looks like sand. It feels like sand. He's very textured. It's just with the paint job, like I said. They added these little shades of brown, but then in the back, they didn't add nothing? What? Why? Why are you gonna add this part and not add more, like, what? I feel like they were lazy, but, Marvel Legends could be lazy, because I know people have complaints about them, and even I have complaints about them. But it's just like sculpt-wise, it could have been better, basically. His Sandman looks like Spider-Man 3, not No Way Home, because in No Way Home, he looks way darker in the sand than in Spider-Man 3, because he looks like lighter. So, I know they're going to do a black symbiote Spider-Man suit this year on Hasbro Plus or some stupid shit, because of course they're fucking greedy. They want you to go on their websites just to waste your time. So, if you get that Spider-Man 3 character, Tobey Maguire's emo Spider-Man, you could have fun and you could have these together. They could be easy. You could put this in your No Way Home shelf. You could put this in your Spider-Man 3 shelf. You could put this in a display of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. I used to have a display for like the Green Goblin, Sandman, and Doc Ock, but of course with Doc Ock, his arm broke off. I don't want to talk about it. It is what it is. I don't care for that figure. I care for the character, but the figure is just like, fuck it. I'm tired of getting the second one, so I'm not going to do a review on that. So, let's do some poses. Head goes... Oh, was it just stuck? What? Okay, alright. Head goes down, and head goes up. Ooh, I wish y'all guys could feel this, because I never took off the head before, and now that I took off the head, it feels like he's kind of having a rough time to look up. But that's how he looks up. Looks down. He looks up. Nothing very special. Of course, no armpit joints, so we just got these swivel right here. Double jointed. They're also pinless, so that's nice. They're pinless. I know some people be like, but
But I hate pinless figures, and I just don't want my action figures to be pinless.
Oh, wait, I meant...
I want my action figures to be pinless and not to show pins.
Like, it's an action figure. Like, there's good figures that have pins that shows, but it's an action figure. Like, I get it. You want to hide your thing. You want to make it look like a real person. I get it. That's cool. But for me, I'm just like, it's an action figure. But of course, I'm not saying, hey, don't make pinless joints. No. I like that. Okay? I'm not saying it's bad. Relax before some Marvel Legends in the comics sneeze and just be like,
you don't know about the accessories. You don't know about the articulation of the Marvel Legends.
Shut up. This is my review. Anyways. So, of course, with all of their arms, they always have like a little joint right there. Same joints for all of the arms, all the hands, same joints. Like I said, double jointed, okay? It's just this part is a bit stuck, so let's get that unstuck. There we go. I feel like he's touching his face. Anyways. So, we got some leg swivels right here. Pretty good. His leg could pick that up. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Since I really don't do, like, comparisons, we're going to bring this little shit right here. I used to like this figure. I didn't love it. I used to like it. Then when Mayfix and SH Figure Arts released their figures, of course, this is the only one I could afford. And now I'm sad. Of course, I'm going to try to get those. The ones I really want to get is the Mayfix. But let's look at this. Are you serious? The Spider-Man figure can't pick his leg up, but this fucker could. Holy shit, Hasbro. What the fuck were y'all... What did y'all burn up in the kitchen? Oh, God. I wish I had the Mayfix. Oh my God, I've seen reviews, and it looks so beautiful. It looks more like the Spider-Man 2 suit. Of course, double jointed knees right there. Nice. Of course, the legs, you could just pick them up, down. There we go. So overall, this is the one I don't like. The Green Goblin light has this, but I like the Green Goblin figure way more than the Sandman. So he has terrible movement. I feel like if you get the right angle, yeah, like if you get him in the right angle, oh, okay, a little swivel right there, side to side. But again, it's just like, I don't want to get the Green Goblin. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna get the Green Goblin out. Oh shit, my shelf just fell. I don't give a fuck. Okay, so here's the Green Goblin. Yippee, we're gonna do a review on him. I was having him posed up, so let's see. Ooh, yeah, the Green Goblin gets worse movements. Okay, he could move that much, but okay. So we're just going to do some comparisons with these guys, obviously, some height comparisons, because I know people want to see that. Sometimes I don't do it, sometimes I forget, my bad. So this, just a 6-inch figure, but of course, there's more things to say. Now let's see the arms. Let's see these big boys. Heck yes. Of course, like I said, this one's right, so you could just put it right there. And like I said, it shows you right here. It shows you right there. You see, this is right. Okay. So this one's right. Put it right there. Snaps on. Very nice. And then, of course, you don't have to take it off. You could just easily just put the figure, like, with the arms like this. Still does the same thing. Now, he looks better. Looking at him like this, he looks kind of weird. But, I mean, it's the Sandman. All Spider-Man villains are just fucking weird. Some of them are just lame. But, look at him. He looks good with the hands. He looks like he's gonna tickle you. Oh God, I don't want the Sandman to tickle me. Please don't tickle me. But of course, like I said, moving joints right here. Like all the other arms, like I said, all the other arms have, well, all the other hands has that joint. So, let's do a comparison with this. We got the Spider-Man. Of course, oh God. Of course, he is taller than Spider-Man. Excuse me, had to let that one out. Jeez, that was beautiful. Anyways, this is a good height. Spider-Man is shorter than the Sandman, as you remember in the movie. Now, let's have the Green Goblin. He's just taller because of the helmet, but if you move it like that, they're kind of the same height. If I had the Norman Osborn head on, yeah, he would have probably looked a bit shorter, but of course, I'm not taking that out. So, look at that. They look all good together. Let's just cover that Tobey Maguire, because Jesus fucking Christ, I wanted better for that figure. So, if you had the Doc Ock, this would look amazing. Like I said, I used to have the Doc Ock, but not anymore. Fuck that shit up. I messed it up with the arms. You gotta be careful with this bending wire arms. I thought they were gonna hold tact. Nope. Anyways, so this is it's not the worst figure. It's not the best figure though, alright? But I do think it's just decent enough. I mean, if you love the Sandman, if you love Spider-Man 3, then you're gonna love this figure. It's just me. I'm probably gonna have to give it like a 7, or a 6. No, it's not a 6 because it's not as bad as this. But it's just with this Spider-Man, it has I don't know if there's any redeeming qualities, but you could get some poses, I guess. But with this, I think it's like a 7. I don't think he's the worst. I think he's fun to mess around. But with him standing, look, you gotta watch out with him being stand, because if you wanna make him stand like this, you really gotta make it right. See, but you always gotta be sure, because I always switch my figures to the back. Always make sure their heels, their toes are just touching that fucking ground. If you're not wanting it to be messed up, that's it. So, overall, it's a 7 for me. I mean, I gotta be completely honest. It's a 7. I was gonna say a 6, but nah, I actually appreciate this way more than that Spider-Man. Do I like it way more than the Green Goblin? No, but it's a 7 for me. So I hope y'all guys enjoyed this video. It was fun to record this. Like I said, if you do like this figure, I recommend it for any Spider-Man 3 fans or any No Way Home fans. But overall, not bad, not bad. It could have been better with the paint jobs, but overall, could have been better with the little, not app, is it app crunch, right? Anyway, so, no, app crunch is like this, yeah, my bad. But overall, yeah, it's a 7. Hope y'all guys enjoyed this video. Of course, I'm going to keep making more videos, got more on the way soon. So I hope y'all guys enjoy this. Hope y'all guys have time with your family. I hope y'all guys have time with your friends. Hope y'all guys just have a time to just have a good time and not to worry about anything. And overall, yeah, just want to say, y'all take care, y'all be safe. Everyone around the world, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this. I'll see y'all guys soon another time.